Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to Level 33, a weekly podcast with the 33 illustrators that contributed artwork for the book Eclipse of the Mourning Star. I am the author and your host, Robert Eujean Ogden. Eclipse of the Mourning Star is available online at all bookstores as well as on the book's website at eclipseofthemorningstar.com, or abbreviated EOTMS.com. Today's guest is the artist for Chapter 12, Lovesick. Max Maleo is a lead animator, painter, musician, and fun-loving father. He lives and works in Paris, France. Max and I became very close while working at DreamWorks Animation together. As love often does, his dedication to his wife Vanessa called him back to Paris, where they live the very coolest life one can imagine. In his spare time, Max focuses on his music as he constructs his Mission Control modular synthesizer. He is now a director and lead animator working on various feature films. There is no end to his creativity, nor to his devotion to those he loves. Somehow through all of this, Max has nurtured his inner child and remains a free-spirited, rasta, monkey-style humanoid. I am so blessed to know him, and we are so lucky to listen to him speak with us today. My brother from another mother. Welcome to Level 33, Max.
Hello, guys and girls. Hello. Thanks for inviting me.
You're very welcome. I wanted to kick things off and tell people that Max and I met at DreamWorks Animation, which was PDI in Redwood City in California here.
2008.
2008, yeah.
2007, 2008, yeah, around that.
I told Teo one of the best memories that I had was when I think you guys did training and you were going back to France, and I remember that you had a stack of skateboards that you were sending back because they were much cheaper here than they were in France.
It was like I was living the American dream when I was kid. I was dreaming of be a part of America at one point of my life, you know. Mm-hmm. So when I was there, I was in the mood of, okay, let's be me there, you know. Let's totally be me there. Let's be there, you know. Let's meet people. Let's talk to anyone. Let's cross. Let's share, and let's be true, quoi.
You had a deep craving for cheeseburgers and French fries.
Oh yeah, so bad. So yeah, we met at this time. I remember in the hallway of DreamWorks. I met you. We were crossing in the hallway. That's the first time we actually really met. Mm-hmm. And we both stopped. Huh?
We both stopped.
Hey, hello. Hello. How are you? Hey, how are you? Oh, good. It was like, okay, it's like two electrons passing by and stopping their work. We were both stopping what we were going for, you know, and blah, 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 like we know since ever, you know?
Since forever. It was an old friend from another life.
And every time we re-met after was like so the same moment, like the same easiness.
Yeah.
You know, the same flow.
So for me, what was interesting is that you invited me to a party, not just a gathering of friends. I don't know if it was a party. I think it was at your apartment. And it's funny that you were living the American dream because I had a Parisian French dream from the French New Wave, and I was watching everything French. And so for me to be invited to this party and meet all these French people was living the French dream. And it was like stepping into Paris. And even though my French was terrible, everyone was so nice and helping me learn more French. There was a night I remember in one of the parties that you told everyone, look, don't speak English to Robert.
Speak only French.
It'll help with the French. And it really did. And
it was a fun night.
It was so fun. Everybody was so great. And we had a lot of fun, which kind of led into these wonderful nights at my place, which we called the Unicorn Garden.
Shit, yeah.
People from DreamWorks came and we put sketch pads out on the floor.
There is something that's very specific to our meet together is about the creativity. Mm-hmm. You were a producer, I was animator, but we both were burning inside of create things. Mm-hmm. We were like, we need to create things and we cannot do it alone. or it's so boring to alone. I think we are in a moment of everyone's life. We feel that moment like we need to share things with people that we need to connect, And I found you. We paint, we play music, we sing, we song, we create, we produce. You kind of challenge me to paint, and I say, okay, yes, let's paint. And I don't know. I think it's you and Zach. You talked and you say, okay, let's show those paints.
Yeah, let's have an exhibit.
I remember there were no PCs left. Every PC is gone.
Yeah, everybody sold.
Was so fun, and I did them like with. I don't give a fuck of doing it. I just doing it. I don't have any pressure doing it because I need to do it. Whatever happening after. That was I understood with you, Robert. You learned me that in San Francisco at this time.
That's awesome.
You learned me somehow also to be the artist I am.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear.
Because you were producing things this way.
Mm-hmm.
You were producing a lot of freaking good music at this time. And
thank you, my friend.
I know you're still very, very creative in that aspect. And I like your albums also because they contain that, I'm not going to do the music you guys want to sell.
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I will produce the music I need to produce to be myself in this world, and I like that.
Yeah.
And things hasn't changed. Yeah.
I forget that when I make obscure music, and then later I'm like, why does no one listen to this? And then I have to remind myself, oh yeah, because I didn't make something that is popular, that people want to.
Yeah. It was not a product,
Yeah.
It was a piece of art.
Yeah.
And art is not made for being, I mean, we can sell sneakers, we can sell many, many things, we can sell a lot of plastic.
Yeah.
I mean, we are producing something higher than that, I think.
I think so too.
But man, I know what is it to work for something you believe in, and you clearly trying the most difficult mountain of all. Writing is like the most difficult one. I mean, we all depends of writing, and you're such a good writer, by the way.
Merci, mec.
So I really wish you could.
Merci.
I really wish to see your life in a movie sometimes, someday. This is really something I had in mind reading your book.
I actually have started the script and some of the pre-production, complete with a dream crew and dream cast, with my ideal score and soundtrack as well. But we'll have to see what the world has in store for that. Right now, we're just trying to get the book out there. And you're on that crew list, of course, because I love your style, and I wanted to talk to you about that today. So, when did you start painting?
I don't know, man. I cannot. I have a big memory of my own childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always been painting. I cannot tell. My first memory in Ivory Coast, where I grew up, was in the garden. There was a terrace, and I was the only one wake up on the morning, Sunday morning, and I was already
Scribbling.
Putting scribbling some paper shit,
Yeah.
and telling stories with some draws, like I was 4 years old, maybe not more.
Okay.
Man. So I don't remember. I always have one in front of me. It's like if you ask a runner, when do you start running? I mean, since I know to run, That's the real answer. But the more specific one is actually I grew up in Ivory Coast, and there were very nothing to do and see and to consume in terms of content. Like nowadays we have video clubs in our device, and it's so easy to consume some contents. So fucking easy.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s in Ivory Coast, you had to go to the video club to watch a movie,
Right.
And there were not that much, and there was one cinema. First time I saw Aliens at the cinema, Ridley Scott, changed my life, like Star Wars. But all those movies came out like a few years after they released in Europe and in America, because things were going very slowly, at this time.
Yeah.
When you want to, and the very specific answer is my grandmother at this time in the 80s was recording the Club Dorothée. They are French, Japanese animation in the 80s, and she was recording on some videotape, and she was sending them to me in Ivory Coast by the mail, and the cassette. The videotape took like 3 fucking months to reach me, so I was always in a delay, you know. And after one, I told her, "Wow, I like animation, drawing, and I like Dragon Ball and all. And I want to make them in color." And she sent me by the mail a box of color, my first real paint box.
Yeah.
I remember that paint box. Like the first time. Oh yeah, I can put some colors and make some nice stuff.
That's crazy because you're now doing what your grandmother had sent, and my grandmother Opal would send me articles and writing, and she would type on a typewriter.
Yeah.
Same thing. She would be across the country somewhere, usually in Florida, and she would talk to me on the phone and tell me she was mailing me something, which we don't do that these days. Nobody sends mail.
No, of course.
I had a scrapbook full of these articles she would send me, mostly about animals. She knew I was really into animals.
To feed your mind with some stuff,
Yeah.
You were missing somehow. And thank you, grannies. Huh?
Oh, those beautiful grandmothers. The grandmothers are the best.
We've been lucky.
Yeah. Speaking about that, I do want to make sure we make time for the artwork that you made for Eclipse of the Mourning Star. This piece is so beautiful, and we talked a lot about it. I read some passages to you, and we really tried to dial in what you wanted to do. And I didn't know what you were going to do, but when you sent the image to me, it's a tough chapter to translate into another language. what's happening, like in French. Sure. And I remember us discussing this for a long time and trying to find the essence of what the chapter was about. And I chose you specifically for the chapter Lovesick because I remember when we were driving home from DreamWorks and you were telling me about this woman in your life, and there was this. I had never known anyone who had loved someone like you loved Vanessa, and you were lovesick because you were away from her.
Yeah,
and I wanted that in my life so badly. I wanted to just feel like nothing else matters. I feel incomplete without this person.
I understand that. We are nobody without them. Without them. I did everything I did since the last 23 years. Every moment I need to find some strength somewhere, when it was difficult, when it was like the most difficult. And the strength come from the love only, huh? I really like these sentences from Interstellar. I think it's Anne Hathaway who say at one point that even if she's a scientific and she believes in gravity and Einstein, blah blah blah, she say there is something that nobody has a measure is how strength. How strong can be the love, how love, and this movie is demonstrating exactly that point, and I love that movie just for that aspect and just for that climax point when Anne Hathaway she's saying that love is the only strength in universe that cannot be measurable, and it can make people do things bigger than them.
Yeah, I must have seen that movie 1,000 times.
Yeah, I love that specific climax point of the movie where there is no hope, and she said that for a scientific saying that love is the most powerful thing more than gravity itself.
Hmm.
I think it's very, very true. Yeah, that when we were driving and I was talking about Vanessa in your car coming back from Redwood City, I do remember this moment.
Yes. Yes. And it wasn't much longer after that that you left. You were like,
Yeah,
I'm out.
yeah.
I got to go. And I just want to thank you for that
Thank
because
you, my
it
friend.
showed me how to live life. And we can get caught up in our careers and we can miss these moments. And I've
Mhm.
never lived life that way. It's like if somebody needs me or if I feel like I'm going to miss out on love,
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
nothing is worth it to me. And so I kind of learned that from you and Vanessa, and you guys are a shining beacon of this beautiful romantic love. And
Mm.
anyway, I could talk about that all day, but
Yeah,
right now
but
we're talking about
it's
lovesick.
lovesick, huh?
Yeah,
The
lovesick. And
chapter, yeah.
and so before we talk about your technique, let's talk about how you came up with the idea.
Yeah, actually, you know what? It's something a bit personal I want to share. But when I paint that for you, I was in a big storm in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
a big, one of those great storm that we want to give a name to.
Mm-hmm.
We all know those hurricane named hurricane.
What would you name that hurricane?
Beach. I would call her a beach. Oh my god.
Hurricane bitch
Yeah.
coming through Paris today.
Yeah, life was a bitch at this moment, huh? And yeah, I was in a moment of my life where anyone would have asked me anything, even smaller than that. I would not be able to do it. I would not have the mental space for it,
Mm-hmm.
for them. I'm
Right,
pretty
right.
sure of that. I have to share that. Yeah, I was not in a best of myself at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
I could say that. And
Wow, thank you for getting this done.
this moment you're asking me to illustrate this chapter for your book because it was for you giving some of my time, which I haven't decided to cut the rest and say, okay, from that moment to that moment, this moment will be dedicated for my friend and for one value in my life, which is love. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for it again, somehow. And, it's all about like Star Wars stuff, huh? Love and hate. I'm working so hard every day to be the more love as possible. But absolutely like everyone, we have some dark parts, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
some darker part. And
Yes.
somehow there was one moment, I engaged myself into doing it for you, and I was feeling some oxygen,
Nice.
it was like I was under the water, and for a little moment, artistically and sincerely, I was again into oxygen, like for a quick moment. And when we decide, can we do it in black and white?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder about colors and all. You remember? I was asking about the colors,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was afraid to do some colors because my life at this moment was black and white.
I use it right now. I'm using black and white everywhere that I post. I know what you mean.
And
Yeah.
before meeting Vanessa, this is a very important aspect of the sharing now. It was another life to me. Before love, my life was not shiny, not that much, and not at all
Mm-hmm.
inside.
Yes.
Outside, yes, but inside, not at all. And the shine inside is something that makes you powerful, that makes you able, that makes you confident, that makes you you don't give a fuck. You don't have any fear of anything because you have love,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'm looking for colors again,
Yes.
And Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like everyone, we are, alternate between light and shadow all the time. We really do work hard to stay on the light as much as we can, but who can say is a 100% light? Nobody. And yeah. So thank you. It was not, I mean, yeah, I did it for you, but it's my turn to thank you, my friend, because doing that illustration for you was like a bit also for me, it was something I need to do for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And the subject of the Central Park is obviously related to your chapter
Mm-hmm.
that because I know Central Park also. Huh? I know this.
Magic.
It's not just a background to me, It's a place I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place I really understand when I read your book. Since I've been in Central Park, oh fuck.
Strawberry fields forever.
I've been to Central Park with the love of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I've been the love of my life in Central Park there, and few months after you asking me to paint for your book, you give me one of the best opportunity to be myself again.
Mm-hmm.
In the industry of what I'm doing, I'm directing now some TV shows in France.
I was gonna ask.
That's going very well, and we are doing season 6 now. It's
Awesome.
going,
Wow.
yeah, it's going very well. Angelo is a good show. It's a bit like a mix between Malcolm in the Middle somehow.
Okay.
But the writing is amazing and is written by Andy Reingold in New York, and the voices are directed by Amy Jackson.
Okay.
And they are a couple, and they are so fucking creative. I'm learning with them. I'm writing with them also.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they are such a fucking talented people, and anytime I can create an opportunity to move to New York and meet them, I do it.
I will meet you there.
I mean, we became friends. We work, like you and I. Huh? We work, but hey, let's be friends. Oh yeah, oh putain, yes, of course, yes.
Yeah,
You know?
I think it's not possible not to be friends with Max. That's what everyone will say. And that's one of the beautiful things about your light that I was gonna say is like
Thank
I
you,
think all of your friends feel like your best friend. We all feel like your best friend because you have
yeah,
that.
you're all
You
my
have that
best
like
friends.
you direct your attention to us, and
Mm.
I wanted to say what's beautiful about this piece of artwork is, the chapter does touch on all of the heartbreak that I'd experienced with the wonderful women that I
Mm.
knew in my life, but you chose this character who's walking through Central Park with a rain cloud over his head, and in the background, which is also hits this humor, is there are all these couples that are hanging out on the lawn, and
They are all in love, yeah.
and they're in love.
They are.
The birds are flying, and there's a dog jumping through.
Everybody is going to fuck tonight. Sorry, you can beat my words.
No, cursing is encouraged.
Yeah, and there is one fucking dark cloud that is raining on that dude, and it's sunshine. It's sunny everywhere for everyone. But there is this one single dude in the middle of this love and sun that is alone with an umbrella to cover his head because there is one fucking single cloud that is dark cloud that is raining on him. And that's the feeling we have when we have no love in our life.
Yes.
That's the way I feel. The life is in black and white, is in gray scales. And the life is wet. It's fucking wet, like a cold wet.
A cold
That's
wet.
that's the way I feel without love in my life. But love in a romantic way is not the only way is not the only source
Right.
of love. And I feel that the love I have for my friends is also like another star, another source of energy. In my solar system, there is many stars. Love and
Yeah.
friends are yeah, are in a binary system to me. Huh? Very important. Both are very important. Huh?
Another form of love is Gandalf and your love with your little pup. And I is this Gandalf in the artwork that's catching the frisbee in the
I
background?
got it. Yeah, of course. I got his paw. I got
You got
his
his paw
paw.
tattooed on your chest.
Tattooed, man. Is this is real one, huh?
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, man. I love my dog. Yeah, I love my dog. I love my son. I love my wife. I love my friends. I love my parents, and all those people know and heard once that I love them.
But
I love my
there's
family, of
one
course.
special love that's unlike any other, and that would be with Vanessa and Brina
Mm-hmm.
and these wonderful women that light us up and care for us and
Yeah.
are patient with us. and
Yeah, and we learn after 23 years. I mean, I learned to be such a better one,
hmm
such a better version, We are making a lot of updates, actually, yeah,
Yeah,
Every
updates.
time we have a bug and crash, if you don't sit, talk, and debug and try to update a new version, yeah,
Oh,
the
that's a
the
great
only
analogy.
way to yeah, the only way to make a durable software is to make some updates.
Definitely.
To update it on with the time because things change, people change, everything is dynamic. It's nothing like stay forever, so it's always changing. And this is that's exactly what I'm talking about, updating some little aspect of the okay, 10 years ago we say that, but now we have to adjust that because we have 10 years more and we have this more and less, and yeah, we have adjust, of course.
hmm Yeah, yeah.
This is important, huh?
Speaking of system updates and technology,
Yeah.
how did you create this piece of artwork? What program did you use?
I was on Photoshop only.
Photoshop.
So there are brushes like really work well to keep something not too digital.
So I got to watch you paint this a little bit, which was
I
just.
like to feel it like some ink stuff.
I have a few experiences of just sitting over your shoulder and watching you paint, and that's something that blows my mind with true visual artists, that a lot of tattoo artists that I know that are in the book. You could just do it so easily and without flow. Things are tough for me sometimes, a lot, especially visual arts. So watching you guys go through this, I'm trying to absorb the techniques and how, especially in Photoshop, like you were doing things so fast. I'm like, shoo,
Yeah,
shoo, shoo. Do you
yeah.
like it like this? Do you like it this?
I'm also technically I'm not using Photoshop like I would use paper, but I'm trying to get the same process like when I was making some real ink on paper. So since I have a paper-like process, I'm going fast because I know the process, but I'm also know Photoshop enough to not spending I don't know an hour on something that I can do in 5 minutes another way, which means like I'm really a big fan of using the gradient tool to make some tonals, some dark black and white tonals,
hmm
and having some very because the gradient tool is very quick to make the effect. If you leave it like that, it seems like okay, very digital. But what I like to do is to on top of that is to add how you call that in English, a crystallization
Crystallization, yeah.
effect on top,
hmm
which is very cheap too. If you use it on a picture, I use it first time. I use it to when I start art directing some show and create some color keys for the movies. I wanted to look for the best palette.
hmm
So I was looking some movies. Oh yeah, I love that moment on that movie. I love the red line. Some moment where just before between the at the sunset, but the sun has set, but we still see very much.
Yeah.
It's still very bluish You know, everything is very gray and bluish. And at the very, very far away, you have a touch of pink, but it's like very ending of the day. And I love that sequences. And I start to crystallize it just to have, and I crystallize it to destroy it completely, like very big crystals, just to have the very basic 5 or 6 colors of this scene, you know? And I start painting like that, you know, like, okay, I can pick up some very basic color of a picture I like. You know, that's a moment I really start to think like an AI myself, you know. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like this. I like this reference. I like that. I'm going to use that little aspect of that picture and I produce it with my own picture.
That's brilliant.
And working that way makes me go very fast.
You know what's interesting?
Yeah.
The photographer that we used, Brina chose her from Instagram, I think. She wanted to get some pregnancy photographs.
Uh-huh.
And she actually informed me about, I've always known about the golden hour in photography when, you know, the sun is at its most warm and beautiful.
Yeah.
This woman only shoots photographs. I think it's called the blue hour.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, the moment where only the sky, if it's beautiful weather, only the sky is a light source and everything is like super
Hmm.
écrasé, like the blue really, how you say, push on, yeah.
Yeah, it dampens everything, but it also puts this, I like to call it, you know, dramatic tension because you only,
Yeah, of course.
I thought it was tough to shoot during the golden hour, which does give you an hour, but the blue hour is not really an hour, and you really have to get it because the sun is going and it's away, and the time is over.
In French, we call it entre chien et loup.
Entre chou et loup.
Entre chien et loup. Entre chien et loup
et loup.
means
Et loup.
between dogs and wolves.
Oh wow, wow.
Because between dogs and wolves is the moment where the dogs go home and the wolves come in. You know, no, it's not the same moment. And
Wow.
it's the moment where you have no more dog outside in the countryside, long time ago, and not yet the wolves. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In the night they'll come.
That is such a cool word.
It's a very whole countryside expression that is used by the French director of photography for cinema.
Mm-hmm.
They use that expression between dogs and wolves in French to talk about this specific moment where between night and day. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So beautiful.
My favorite moment when I used to skateboard a lot, it was my favorite moment of the day.
Yeah.
Just before the city turns the light on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
When I was a child, my mom would say, "You better be home before the street lights
turn
come
on."
on."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
So all the neighborhood kids would be having the best time of their life, really exciting, and then the street lights would come on.
At the moment where between dogs and wolves, yeah, exactly.
And the lights would come on, and the kids would scatter and just like start running home. I gotta go. I forgot about that.
True. But yeah, a part of that, yeah, this illustration was very easy to do. Huh? At the moment, I nailed the subject of being lovesick. What is to be lovesick?
Mm-hmm.
Is to be sick of the lack of love, you know, and
Yes.
I think finding a clear way to express that feeling, it was the most difficult things was finding that point, you know, that kind of I'm gonna illustrate what is the love sick, you know?
Yeah.
And
you nailed it.
I really feel you nailed it too with your words.
Oh, thank you.
Huh?
Thank you so much.
I wouldn't have this picture without your words again, huh? I mean, I think this illustration is a part of both of our work somehow.
Definitely. Yeah.
And a bit of both of our life.
Yeah, we shared that a lot about that. I think we love with all of our heart.
We know that feel. We know how it's feeling. Yeah.
We know the feeling, so it's easy as far as like expressing it. And I think we're both two men that can do that. I want to make sure we save time for a couple of topics.
Yeah.
One of them was
Sure.
I know you're going to want to talk about this forever, but I want to talk about your baby, your other baby, your modular synthesizer.
Oh my God, yes. I start modular synth maybe 1 year before my son
Hmm.
as born,
Was born? Yeah,
but was born. Pardon, sorry.
that's okay.
I always been into music somehow, and always did lots of DAWs and music on Ableton and with some controllers and all. I'm very used to music assisted by computers, but at one point was feeling very bored of the infinite possibilities of the DAWs.
Hmm.
I really hit the point where I was not having that much fun anymore. And when I learned the news that we are going to have a baby, without not thinking about it, I started selling my Ableton controllers, and I started buying some very cheap synths that are full of constraints
Mm.
and it was like such a fucking adventure just to understand how you synchronize all those shit together because they all have a different every machine has a different process and all.
So how many pieces do you have now?
I've been downgrading. Actually, I've been downgraded a lot. Slowly, I've been attracted by instru, the sound of instru. Again, this is a sound from Glasgow.
Uh-huh.
It's a sound from one guy, Jason Lim, which is an amazing creative guy. He's a luthier, an amazing synthesizer luthier,
Okay. Okay.
lutherie, is the sound I always been looking for.
Okay.
I
Nice.
found my sound. It's like when you're a guitarist, find the Fender Telecaster
Mm-hmm.
custom microphone. Okay, that's my sound. I will never change.
Okay.
And it's
Nice.
been like years and years now. I'm Instro user. I'm an administrator of an Instro user group on Facebook. I'm also an admin on Discord. I believe so much in what they do. Yeah, the guy are amazing. They're sending me some modules to try, and I have no contract at all to talk about it or not. I'm just talking with people that are passionate by what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking passionate in producing music with their instruments. I liked what I record with their instruments, and I became like a true instru ambassador somehow because yeah, that's my sound now.
Can I tell you about my love that
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
same as yours? I know that you love the synthesizer, and it's like another child of yours, your chosen instrument.
Oh.
I have a funny story for listeners. Mine was a specific pen. It was a beautiful, beautiful pen. And when I got this pen, I then became a true writer.
Understand.
If I needed to write something that was in my heart, I couldn't start writing until I found this pen. I have to go around the house and look for this pen. And then you and Vanessa came to visit.
Oh my God.
And it was the most amazing trip that we've had.
Yeah.
And I
Amazing.
have to tell readers that my pen then decided that it was time for us to part. And he jumped into Max and Vanessa's luggage and decided he was going to go live his life in Paris. And somehow I knew this. I knew this about my pen. It must have been that I'm so connected with you guys, and it made sense to me that he was going to leave with Vanessa and Max, and I knew that my pen was there. And so lo and behold, I checked in with them, and they said, yes, your pen is here in Paris with us, and he's living a happy life. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to check in and ask you, has my pen had any fun adventures? Has it been hanging out at the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah, he's been writing lots of words. Malcolm has been writing with it
Oh, nice.
to actually write some respond to some friends by real regular mail.
Oh,
He's writing back with him with this
that's
pen.
so beautiful.
This pen is only used for Malcolm replies back. So,
That's awesome.
so that's a really good usage, I think.
It is. And if it ever
And if you want to see your pen again, if you want to see your pen again, attends, hold on, let me transform my voice. If you want to see your pen again, you will have to come back to Paris.
I can't wait. I'm gonna bring Hawk.
Come back.
I'm gonna bring Hawk, and we are going to introduce him to Malcolm, and they can draw together. And Hawk will bring his pen because he has a twin pen now. And his another pen was born, and I got a set of 3. So since you're in the mood for giving advice, and we're talking about kids. I want to make sure that we save this time because you're one of the most creative and eclectic artists that I know. And so if you had any advice for aspiring artists or even just children in general, what would that be?
I mean, yeah, depending, I wouldn't probably not respond the same
2 different things.
Since I'm a dad now, I understood that you whatever the age, someone would ask me this question, I would always try to find the same frequency.
Mm-hmm. The same frequency.
I cannot say the same thing to a 10 years old, to a 5 years old, or a 15 years old, or 20 years old. But the only thing I can say is wherever you want to go, whatever you want to, the point you want to reach, whatever you want to do or become or whatever it is, it will take you, if you count 8 hours a day, 5 a day by week on the year and on the time of a lifetime, it will take you more or less 5 years to get there.
5 years.
Whatever you want to do, it will take you 5 years. So if you cannot and keep working and without complaint to reach the 5 years, don't do it. Do something else directly.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever it is, you will not be goddamn good if you don't take that time. So it took me 5 years to make good movies.
Okay.
And all the movies I did at the beginning, every year I did a movie, they were all piece of shit. My first short movie was a big piece of shit.
Yeah.
My second one was a big piece of shit, but smell a little bit of something else.
Yeah.
The third one was a long 15 minutes short movie that we almost died producing it. I have a friend that went to hospital for a movie. It was already very impressive for 3 crazy boys, but it was still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So when you already did some shit, for the youth, don't be afraid of doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you not doing shitty short movie or shitty song or shitty book or shitty stories, how are you gonna do some great one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Seriously.
How would you know the difference?
Martin Scorsese did great movies directly? No, we haven't seen the shit. And also not just thinking, I'm good at what I do. That's it. The Darwin, the new Darwin, the new Darwinism is be nice with people you meet, because you will not be anyone with other.
Right.
You can be the best at dancing. You can be the best at drawing. You can be the best at what you want. But if you're not nice with people around, you will not reach that goal too.
Yeah.
Because people will not want you to be there. And that is, I say, Darwinism.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, it's not about being the strongest. Whatever is martial arts or drawing or music or whatever. If you're not nice with the others, if you're not giving to others, there will be no spot for you.
Yeah, I think that's well said, my friend.
I try to be real. Being good doesn't replace being nice. And you will, and DreamWorks people as much as me and more than me, some of the strongest drawer there, or the strongest animator there, or strongest artist there, are not they the nicest too?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
I wasn't expecting that at DreamWorks, and everyone there is
the nicest.
Oh, definitely. Humble.
I have so many names I can drop in that box of some fucking strong people that are so fucking nice.
Humble, nice, and I think another good one to add into the advice is willing to teach. They're willing to share their knowledge, and they're always growing.
Sharing.
And it's that kindness that comes with being willing to
share. You will learn.
To share and lift other people up, because you're a team, right? And you want
share and learn, share and learn, share and learn, share and learn,
share and learn. I'm gonna go.
Eclipse of the Mourning Star est disponible dans le monde entier sur Amazon ou sur eclipseofthemorningstar.com. En abrégé, eotms.com. N'hésitez pas à partager. Donnez votre avis. Soyez sympa. Putain.